Good morning. Day two. Slept amazing last night. We had a perfect spot here in the aspen trees, and it sprinkled quite a bit last night, but tents were dry this morning. Got a lot of horizontal time, slept really well, and ready to tackle the day. So let's go. You can see some of the pink from the morning sunrise in the clouds. Not sure if it's going to be a cloudy day or not, but it's still really pretty. We have another gate. Had about 7 or 8 gates yesterday we had to go through. Here's another one. So I learned something in the last year that I thought I would share with you guys. Many of you might know, and this already, and some of you may not, but mountain lions actually chirp. They really sound like a bird. And a little bit back there, just before we got some water, I heard what I wouldn't be surprised if it was a mountain lion. There was some rock like outcrops on the left, and high up in there you could hear the sound coming from there, and they sound exactly like a bird. And what's interesting is I've heard that sound so many times, and it just makes me wonder, like, how many times have there actually been mountain lions around and I didn't even know it. So it's just interesting because you wouldn't expect them to sound like a bird. But Google it. It's really crazy. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that because it reminded me when I heard it back there that it was just something that I hadn't known before. So anyway, I have to cross this river. I already crossed that part, and now I gotta go through over here. It's a little bit deeper. No need to take the shoes off. They should dry pretty quick. So far this morning, it has been a very steady, pretty cruisy mileage. We've gone 8 miles and only like 1,000 feet of elevation gain. In about a mile ahead will be the beginning of segment 20. So I will have done 18 and 19. The second half of the day, there's a big climb up to the saddle, kind of near San Luis, which is a 14er. And so I really want to do that because it's, I think, a mile and a half from the trail to the summit of San Luis Peak. And I love to bag 14ers, and it's kind of like one that I would feel so guilty if I just like passed it by, given that it's so close to the trail. But the problem is, and you can kind of see it behind me, the weather today, and actually up ahead here, the weather today has not been so very good so far. And it's kind of looking like it might be like this for the rest of the day. So I obviously can't go to the top of the 14er if weather's coming in. So essentially, once we get up the saddle, we'll see what weather looks like, and then either decide if we want to camp there for the night, and then maybe I'll do the summit in the morning, or if weather allows, potentially do the summit tonight so that tomorrow we can hurry up and just get into Lake City for our resupply. So we'll see. So far it hasn't rained, but the weather is definitely looking gloomy. But that's the plan so far. Like I said, it's been a good morning. The only unfortunate thing is because of the overcast, I haven't had that nice, beautiful morning light that I love, but that's okay. I'm still out here on trail, so I'm very happy. Got another gate here. This section has been full of gates. Gotta take the chain to nail here. It's going to be exposed for quite a bit even to get down somewhere safe for camp. So I need to account for that as far as time as well. I'd hate that I'd miss this, but I also want to be safe, so that's what I need to decide. Alright, I'm not going to do it. It's the smart thing to do. I don't want to be careless, but my heart aches. I know it's so silly, but I just really wanted to do that. But it doesn't make sense. And if I climb all the way down here and camp, I think the spot that I'm going to meet, blueprint, is like 2.1. I'm not going to backtrack 2.1 in the morning to come back up here and do this. So I guess it's not the 14er to get. Oh well. This is still amazing. The sun is at least out, even though there are still clouds coming in. At least the sun is out, which is nice, but anyway, it's sad. These views are absolutely epic, though. These views, I love them. This is what I love about the Colorado Trail. Oh my gosh, you can kind of see over there is the trail. So it's probably a good thing I didn't go up San Luis. This is all very exposed if anything came in, but it's gorgeous. Well, day 2 is complete. We did almost 20 miles. It was like 19.98. Decided to stop here because tomorrow we're going into Lake City and there's only like 16 miles and we can't really find any good camp spots on far out between in the next like couple of miles. So we found a really good spot. I'll show you in a little bit. But we're just gonna camp here, and it's kind of in this, I don't know if this would be like considered a saddle, but we're between all these mountains. So it's gonna be some really pretty views. You can see that up there. Really pretty views in the morning. But I wanna show you something. I need to switch the camera in a moment. So I did fall earlier. I don't know if you can see here, it's all scraped up. Like a little raspberry. Scraped my shin, landed on my hand pretty bad. I was coming down from San Luis Pass, and it's kind of as rounding, like, I don't know, it was like a rounded section. And the trail was really narrow, and there was like a drop off, and I was kind of moving, and my foot just slipped, and I kind of went sideways, and I didn't fall down the side of the mountain, but my legs definitely went, and that's kind of what I got here on my thigh. Was kind of like the edge of the trail, and my lower legs were further down, and then my hand kind of caught me on the trail. My life definitely flashed before my eyes for a split second, but then when I realized I caught myself, I was okay. But it hurt, so that wasn't fun. But that's what I get for trying to go too fast. So, but yeah. But anyway, this is just a gorgeous little waterfall here. So it was another great day. We did 10 before 10 earlier. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that. The sun is out now. So yeah, it's another good day. So these are the spots we had to choose from. This one's nice here, but as you can see, there's all these dead trees or widowmakers, so we didn't want that spot. This is the other spot here, which is kind of flat, but again, widowmakers, so we didn't want to stay there. Okay, this is my camp spot for night 2. Looks good. It's gonna be a nice view. Cold soak meal, night 2 is a much better success. This is like a pasta and marinara, and then I put some like plant-based, like dehydrated meat in there, and it's actually pretty good. It could have soaked for maybe a little bit longer. The noodles are still a little crunchy, but it's not bad. I think I like this cold soaking thing. Well, now I'm hiding out from a thunderstorm, and it is actually hailing. I don't know if you can see that, but thankfully I've gotten most of my chores done. I have just a couple more things to do, so hopefully I have time to do that tonight still. But if this is the last video of the night, thanks so much for tagging along today, and thanks for watching, and take care. Bye.